Okay, here I am again for video number 2 on how I resolved the problem with the Champion 7.5 or 7,500 watt propane dual fuel generator quitting on me. It just stopped running and I wondered why, and thanks to the great guys at Champion Customer Service, they helped me figure it out. My particular model was made in late 2016, model number 165. Had a 3-year warranty. I was right at the tail end, and these guys were great. They helped me totally. Anyways, there it is in English. That's the way it should be, right? Okay, so those are the specs on the generator, and it ran great for like 160 hours across 2.5 years, and then it quit at first day of the ice storm. It ran for about 24 hours and then just boop, stopped. And thankfully, praise God, I had a backup old gas one. It worked, but I was unable to get through on tech support line because the whole state of Texas was having a real bad ice storm mid-February of 2021. So anyhow, I thought I would give the resolution. I'm run testing the generator. Let me take you over there and show you how it's running all the circuits in the house. Okay, you look carefully there. Might be hard to see, but the needles are showing each side at about 2,000 watts. So that's a lot of amperage. It's about maybe a 2/3 load on this generator. I've got the transfer switch circuits all mapped out. That's something you need to do when you install a manual transfer switch. You pick the most important circuits, and then the cord carries the power from the generator into your transfer switch. This thing just sits here full time. When you have an outage come out, your generator, flip those switches on the upper, these right here, those are actual breakers. These are, of course, switches that choose between generator power and line power. Anyhow, the generator, let's take a look at it. So here it is running happily along as normal. Yeah, 236 volts, pretty much spot on. That's the shed over there it normally lives in. The LP propane hookup is there, so for now it's running on a gallon to a gas. Or it's quieter. Okay, the generator's quiet now. Alright, I'll show you where these parts are. Let me show you what went bad. First of all, I contacted Champion Customer Support. A guy named Danny, very helpful. I emailed and I phone called as well, just to make sure it got through, and they were back to me within 4 hours. Keep in mind, this is several weeks after the ice storm. During a big storm, it may be hard to get through. Danny emailed me this electrical output testing procedure technical bulletin. I'll put that on the screen. Y'all could screenshot that or write it down. Number 2050015. That's probably archived, I'm presuming, off of the website, which is, let me show you their contact information. Like that, okay? championpowerequipment.com. And this, going through this electrical testing procedure with my electrical meter is what solved the problem. Okay, let me show you what I used here. Okay, so having a nice high quality electrical multimeter is what's needed, and I couldn't do these tests without it. Hopefully you're comfortable with that. This is definitely medium level DIY stuff here, but you go through the tests, and I'm not going to outline them all now. I'm just going to point you to what the solution was, and this may apply to other generators. Champion generators are high quality ones that are kind of like Chinese clones of maybe Hondas. That's where all these engines came from, and they back it up is the key thing. Other companies may sell them and just be marketing arms, and then you call for help and you get no help. So what I like about Champion is that they're always backing it up, and I'm not associated with them. I've just had 2 of their units so far, and both have run well. Matter of fact, that old gas one there, I'll give it a quick commercial in case you missed the other one. That's like 10, 11 years old, and it took up the slack when this propane one quit. So it wasn't big enough to run all the circuits is the only problem, so we kind of limped along and had to juggle circuits. Okay, here's Remy, my mechanical assistant. She keeps the cats at bay so I can work on stuff. Okay, so what was wrong was this. I went through this whole test procedure, both sides of the paper, and basically he came to the conclusion, once we looked at all the measurements I took, that the automatic voltage regulator was bad, has gone bad. The repair for that is just to replace the part. So here's the old guy that came out of there. In a sec, I'll show you where it fits under the cover. The end of the alternator electrical cover. But it's a simple hookup. One big plug. Can't mess with that one up too much. And then this attaches to the brushes, which the brushes are a wear item, and mine were starting to get worn, so we went ahead and just replaced them. He sent me a new set of those. So I was able to get new brushes and a new AVR. I was still within the 3-year warranty, no problem and no charge. They even threw in an air filter to boot. So hold on a sec, sweetie. The awesome thing is that it just passed the test. You saw it was running all my circuits. Let me show you where these are at. Okay, so a couple of 7mm bolts. Take off the cover. All the replaceable parts in the alternator. Electrical section are behind here. There might be some behind the control panel, but this is the main area where anything, the common wear items or the broken AVR, automatic voltage regulator, are back here. So let me get that off. Okay, replacing this is a piece of cake. Here's the new one in position. You literally have 2 mount bolts, one top, one bottom. You have your main connector, and you have your red and white going to the brushes. And the brushes themselves are held in by one little bolt right there. See it behind there. So this is really simple. You know, you could go on a parts chase where you just kind of buy these online or whatever and then put them in and hope that fixes it. And I bet in a good bit of time that would do it. What my generator was doing, this one's relatively recent, is it was turning itself off. So the man at Champion, Danny at Champion, explained that when this AVR fails, there's smart circuitry in the control panel that senses unstable voltage, and then it hits a solenoid that turns off the engine. So the older ones will undoubtedly have these parts, but may not have that circuit that shuts the engine down. So I guess the idea there is to not damage your electrical circuits by putting out weird voltage. So the truth is that an older generator... Alrighty, get to play grandparent today. Exciting stuff. Yes, indeed. Beautiful spring day here in East Texas. So praise the Lord for his goodness and for good tech support. So here's the brush assembly. These are starting to wear. They were worn about 1mm different, but not bad. Okay, shh. Gotta be real quiet when you help Grandpa. Okay? You can watch, but don't say anything. Okay, so those two wires connect like that. It's white on the right and red on the left. And the red, of course, is the positive, and I believe it's even marked on the brush assembly. It is. It says positive there and negative over there. So this was a wear item. I don't think these really go bad. They mainly wear out. Okay, so those are just the two parts, a wear item, and then this is non-fixable. If it goes bad, it's an internal electronic thing. And I think I'm pretty sure most modern vintage generators have these. I guess they would all technically have to have them. But whether they have a circuit that shuts down the gas or propane engine in response to a bad voltage output, I do not know. I know the Champion has that, which it baffled me because the engine ran, would start, and then it just quit, as you saw in my other video. So I'm giving this as a little clue. I'll show you guys a different propane generator that's been working in the meantime, and it may or probably has these same parts inside. I haven't taken it apart yet, but I'll show you that for reference. Okay, here's how the propane generators mount in my shed. And so this is the replacement DuraPower that I had earlier and replaced it with the Champion. It was still running well, but had a crack in the hose. I had to fix that. But basically, and it's hard to show the alternator on here like I did on the Champion because it's smack dab up against the wall, the exhaust mount there. But if we could look behind there on the other end, near where the exhaust goes out, I'll just see it back there. I'm not sure if the camera's showing it or not, but there's the end of the alternator. That's where those parts would be on this generator. And I do not know if this one has the circuit that shuts down the engine in the event of bad voltage output. It may not. I know this thing ran great. It's a propane only one. And this is one of those direct from China ones we got back in like 08 or 2010 or something. And I mean, it still runs great. Not as versatile as the Champion. And frankly, I would try and go with something like the Champion rather than one of these more maybe off brands. Simply because you're going to have better backing on the Champion. They'll give you the warranty and they'll stand behind it. And they have parts. They sent me those parts as part of my warranty. Or I'm sure if you're out of warranty, or maybe if you even have one of these, you could probably buy the parts. from Champion, and they may work, because a lot of these things, it's amazing how you look at these 6 and 8,000 watt propane and diesel generators, correction, propane and gas generators, and so many of them are similar. Alrighty, so you actually analyze them mechanically. Most of the parts will actually interchange. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks to Champion once again for some very helpful, quick support in getting the parts for the generator. I hope this helps some of you if your Champion or similar generator is quitting all of a sudden after starting up apparently fine. If you leave a comment below, I'll endeavor to help if I at all can. And let me know if you guys want to see a complete tour video of my entire propane system once it's all back in and running. All right? Thanks a lot. God bless y'all. Bye.